Greetings, I'm Miss Kingsley, and this video is on metric measures and conversions. So we're going to look at a lot of information today, and some of it is a review and some of it is new, and learn about how to convert from one unit of measurement to another in the metric system. So I personally love the metric system because it's all in powers of 10. And you'll see what I'm talking about. But in a lot of ways, it makes it a lot easier than our customary system where 12 inches equal 1 foot and 36 inches equal 1 yard and things like that, which are a lot of different numbers to remember. So here we go. So this part might be review. In the metric system, length is measured in meters, liquid is measured in liters, and weight is measured in grams. So this chart here, which you'll find in textbooks, is showing you how powers of 10 work in the metric system. So each of these are in the middle: meters, liters, and grams. And this part at the beginning of the word tells you how many powers of 10 it is in comparison to that standard. So each time you hop, you get a power of 10. And this keeps going all the way over here. So for instance, a kilometer or kilometer, as you might hear it, is 1,000 meters. 10, 100 times, 1,000 times. So some people talk about kilometers instead of miles. It's a different length, but it's a long length. Meters we might talk about instead of yards. It's a shorter length. And if we get down to milliliters, we have those tiny little spaces on some of our rulers, okay? So I wrote out on this sheet for you how, for length, each of these appear when you attach the abbreviation for the unit of measurement to whether it's length, liquid, or weight, okay? So how this works is, as things are getting bigger, we multiply times 10, meaning we want, if we want more units, so we have many smaller units over here, 1,000 meters for 1 kilometer. So we would go times 1,000. If we just went from kilometers to hectometers, we would only go times 10, times 100, times 1,000. And over here, as we keep going, we keep multiplying to get bigger and bigger. So 1 meter is 1,000 milliliters. If we're going the other direction, we're going to be dividing. And we can either divide by 10, 100, 1,000, and so forth, or we can think of it as times 1/10 or times 100. I like to think about it as dividing. So let's look at some practice problems here. So here's our first one. We have 17,000 meters is equal to how many kilometers? So just like all our other conversions, the way I teach this is to first write down the relationship or look it up, decide to multiply or divide, and then do the math. So we're looking at meters and kilometers. So let's come up back over here, and we're looking at meters right here and kilometers, which is going to be over here. So when you go this direction, the one here would be your 1 equals how many meters? 10, 100, 1,000 meters, okay? So we're gonna write down that relationship. So we have 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. We figure out whether to multiply or divide by deciding which way are we going. So we're going from meters to kilometers, excuse me, get tongue twisted there. And that means we're going this way. And when we go this way, as long as our relationship has 1 on this side and our larger number over here, means we are dividing, okay? So that means we're gonna take 17,000 meters and we're gonna divide by 1,000 to get how many kilometers is it. So now you have to remember how we divide by multiples or powers of 10 when we have a number like this. So I'll remind you, we're going to put in our imaginary decimal point right there. because it exists there. And we're going to make the number, we're breaking it apart. So we're going to buy a whole number. So we're going to make it smaller. So we're going to move the decimal point over the number of zeros we have. So we move it like this: 1, 2, 3. And our answer will be 17, and that's 17 kilometers. And that is the answer to our question. Okay, let's do one more. If you're feeling confident, pause it and do it on your own, but I will be giving you a whole practice page with an answer key. So if you just want to keep watching right now, that is fine. Okay, so this one we have 14 DG equals question mark MG. What are these? Well, we're going to go back to our page. And remember, G stands for grams. So we're talking about weight. And we're over here where we're going to see a DG. So we're right up here. And we're going to MG. And MG is over here. So we're going this way. And this would be our 1. So we have 1 DG is equal to, and how many hops did we have to do? Times 10. Another 10 makes it 100. So we're going 1, and we would call that a decigram, is equal to 100 milligrams is how you say it. Okay? So which way are we going? We're going from decigrams to milligrams, which means we're going this direction. So we are going to multiply. So this time we get to say 1.4 decigrams times 100 is equal to how many milligrams? So when we're making it bigger, we have to move our decimal point to the right, however many zeros we have. So we're going to move it 1, 2, and put it back in. And we get 140 milligrams. And that is our answer. Okay, next it is going to be your turn. So pause the video, make sure you have a piece of paper and pencil to work these out. And first I'll give you your problems, and then I'll give you your answer key. So here are the problem set. This is from the practice page in the homework book. Okay, next is the answer key. And I've shown you not only the answer, but how to work each of these out. So hopefully that'll be helpful. And there is all the detail. Might have to zoom in if you can in certain parts. There's a lot of numbers on that page. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.